Red Lobster says it has a plan to improve its operations. Cisco says consumers, particularly fast food ones, are struggling. And Fuzzy's Taco Shop says it's opening a bunch of new restaurants. Welcome to RB Daily, a quick look at the industry's top stories from the editors of Restaurant Business. I'm RB Managing Editor Heather Lally.
And I'm RB Senior Editor Joe Guskowski. As it heads into bankruptcy and a probable sale, Red Lobster is also plotting a turnaround. In bankruptcy documents, CEO Jonathan Tibus laid out a three-part plan to improve the chain's operations. It includes tech upgrades, restaurant facelifts, and a simplified menu with more, quote, sensible promotions and fewer limited-time offers. The plan also entails closing underperforming stores. Red Lobster already shut down nearly 100 locations earlier this month and said it could close more if it's not able to renegotiate the leases.
The consumer environment has proven more difficult than expected this year as inflation and rising menu prices lead consumers to cut back on dining out. That's according to executives from giant distributor Cisco this week. And quick service restaurants have been hit the hardest, Cisco noted. That's because lower income consumers are particularly struggling amid high inflation and other pressures.
Fuzzy's Taco Shop plans to open 40 new restaurants in Arizona and Texas over the next 8 years under a pair of new development agreements announced on Thursday. That will represent a more than 30% increase over its current unit count of about 130 locations. The Texas-based fast casual was acquired by Applebee's and IHOP parent Dine Brands last year and is viewed by Dine as a growth vehicle. The agreements are with an existing Fuzzy's franchisee and an IHOP franchisee.
Restaurant advocacy groups and other trade organizations have asked a federal district court to block the U.S. Department of Labor from expanding eligibility for overtime pay to millions of additional salaried employees. The coalition alleges in a lawsuit that broadening eligibility to anyone earning less than $58,565 would pull in the executive, administrative, and professional employees whom Congress expressly intended to exempt. The action was filed Wednesday in the same court that struck down an earlier expansion of eligibility for the same reason. The plaintiffs asked the court to hear and decide on the matter before the new rules take effect July 1.
Wendy's reconfigured its leadership structure again. The fast food chain on Thursday named Abigail Pringle its U.S. president and E.J. Wunsch its president of international. The moves come about 17 months after the burger chain eliminated its U.S. president position as part of a reorganization. New Wendy's CEO Kirk Tanner, though, said the roles are essential to the chain's strategy and growth going forward.
Legacy brands like Red Lobster and Cracker Barrel are struggling for survival, but new brands are born every day and designed for growth. Take a look at 5 concepts designed for growth that are just getting started, what we're calling pre-emerging brands. Among them is a Black-owned vegan QSR, a chopped salad franchise brand, an innovative beverage concept, a botanical French bakery cafe, and a sports bar for watching women's sports. Check them all out at restaurantbusinessonline.com.
And that should do it for today's episode of RB Daily. I'm Joe Guskowski.
And I'm Heather Lally. Have a fabulous day.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of RB Daily. Rate us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and subscribe.